in the cabbage.
Well, let's get it.
Test.
Yeah, we're live.
Welcome to In the Cabbage. This is crazy.
This is pretty bananas right now that we're actually doing this.
I'm Tommy Swain, Andrew Witt. Please subscribe, please listen, please download, like. And just a reminder, keep swinging. Heyo! Welcome back to In the Cabbage. I'm your boy, Tommy Swain. To my right, or your left, Andrew Witt.
Hey, what's going on, dude? You came in there real hot and then just brought us down real nice and low.
Real nice and low. Bring it right back in here to the cozy corner. We were just talking about how I was just sitting here on my couch and kind of moved my leg weird, and my meniscus, which is torn notoriously for my bachelor party from jumping up and down. And
we've mentioned on here that you have fallen victim to Vegas every single time.
One too many times.
Whether it's your stomach lining, whether it's your actual just your voice, bronchitis, or your knee.
I've been coming back from Vegas banged up almost every time.
No, dude, it's every time. It's every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's to be expected.
Gastritis might have been the worst.
That was a really, really tough one to take because when the doctor, gave you your diagnosis, he's like, yeah, dude, you're either smoking a ton of cigarettes or you're drinking an ungodly amount of booze. And you're like, well, I know for a fact I don't do one of those things.
Well, that was the problem was we were kind of concerned, right? Because we were walking back from, it was me, you, and Austin.
Yeah, it was just like the three of us in like a Vegas trip, which was all time. It was super fun, great. But you were like walking as like the sun was like coming up or something, or like it was
we were
late in the
outside
afternoon,
smoking, browned out, blacked out, at night, and somehow cigarettes ended up in my mouth.
Right.
We ate like spicy wings earlier.
That's what it was, dude.
And we were drinking like plastic vodka. And
for 48 hours.
Right. And I'm walking back on the last night of the trip, and I'm like, dude, like we were so concerned that we might have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, you were breaking out in like, you were pale and like sweating, and like you just looked like you were just in so much pain and discomfort, like something really was wrong. And you're just like, I know internally I'm feeling this right now.
Yeah. And you somehow like MD'd it, and you're like, yo, you have gastritis, read the diagnosis, inflamed stomach lining from either excessive eating, spicy foods,
right,
lots of alcohol, and cigarettes.
You're like, boom. That sounds like it.
That's the whole Vegas trip for us. And
by the way, we also were like, we're not ripping cigs. That's not really us. It just happened. It was the trio, and a couple of them came in. Didn't you come up on a pack of cigarettes?
Probably.
I thought you found one.
Probably found a pack. I think I found a pack.
That's why we had
that's
them.
God just coming down and saying, you know what you need, sir? Some good old sticks.
Right, some Marlboro Reds,
I
baby.
don't ever smoke them.
It's a Vegas thing for you, dude.
Vegas and like really drunk.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Someone offered me a cigarette.
And you're going down for like a half to 3/4 of one.
I don't even inhale it. I mouth it like a cigar.
Right.
For the most part. No, when Papa's drunk and putting his hand on top of a hot dog, a food vendor, try to grab a dog real quick.
Yeah, that's when you're fully inhaling.
That's when Papa needs to go deep.
So we've come a long way. We've abused the hell out of our bodies.
Yeah.
For a number of years, and here you go. You coming back with an actual real injury from Vegas.
Yeah.
And your knee just got all sorts of jacked up on you.
Yeah, I just moved it weird and it locked up on me for the first time ever.
That's terrifying.
I clicked it like 3 or 4 times. It was Madison's in the middle of a conversation. And that was the weird part because I just went like this, like moved it like that. And for whatever reason, it got hung up. Never happened to me before. So that's fun.
It's terrifying, not because it locked up. It's terrifying that it can happen at any given moment. That would be terrifying for me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean to put that in your head.
I mean, that wasn't even there. Well, the reason why it's swollen is because I went to a Post Malone concert.
Okay.
Post Malone.
which is fire, dude. How was the concert? I
Okay,
didn't even ask
before I
any
get
questions
into-
or like.
the Glen Helen Amphitheater, a.k.a. Hell on Earth.
Yeah.
I will talk about the concert itself. We paid for the nosebleed section. We're in the lawn. $60 a head or something.
No problem.
To get in.
No problem.
The amphitheater, like, you could have gotten way closer. It was also slammed. Let's start there. The place is slammed. This place we've been to a rave at and held
Yeah.
3 different stages, thousands of people, like, and this was
Is this one stage?
one stage.
Oh, that's the problem.
It was one stage,
That's the problem.
and it was busier than the rave for one person.
Oh, yikes.
He had no openers that I've ever heard of.
Wait, really?
He had like one opener, a huge intermission, then him.
So it was like a 3-hour event?
It started at 8. We had to get to my house like before, like to my mom's early because the parking opens at 3. Or so,
Parking opens at 3
like
and
you
the
can
concert...
you can pregame and hang out or whatever. So
That's when
you're building the blocks here for a tough night. Glen Helen's also an hour and 5 minutes out.
It's not close. Did you guys actually end up doing an Airbnb or you had to drive?
We drove home.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
That's
dude.
a recipe. So we're building the recipe cake here. The huge old recipe for disaster. Busier than I've seen before. This place. I've been to like 2 raves here. Busier for one person. It blew my mind. Getting our tickets checked in. Awful experience. Slammed. We're waiting in line to get even into the place. Everyone around you, like, it's packed and it feels very claustrophobic. And for whatever reason recently,
Which is the weirdest thing because it's outside. It's like a big grass hill.
yeah, and it feels like people are on top of you. Felt like that for me. I just was so, dude, big crowds like that now, just not my favorite place to be anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I wish I wasn't that person. I never thought I'd be that person.
You'd struggle in New York now, dude. You'd struggle in London, maybe.
Not New York, because I can move. There's no movement.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
In
That's
a concert, I can't like, okay, like it's busy over here. Let me walk down another street. I'll be good. Like baseball games, like a slam baseball game, even that I get a little annoyed with now. But I mean, it just depends on what's going on. If I'm in a playoff Angel baseball game, I'm not going to be like annoyed about that. I know, like, you know, whatever. So, Post Malone himself, best concert I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I could just imagine what it would have been like if I was like up in some good seats.
Sure. You had a little space to yourself. Maybe they didn't.
An amazing venue.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been all
How is he as a performer? Because he must be way up. Okay, cool.
Amazing. It was a rock concert.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of all of it
That's
was
some of his new music that's coming out, right? It's kind of like a little bit more rock.
And it's all
alternative.
A live band.
Mm-hmm.
And he's singing and he's screaming. It's like punk, rap, rock. And he's just he's on this,
he's
like,
talented. Let's get it out of the way.
There we
he's
go.
He's very talented, so he's able to, like, you know, cross and cover and do a lot of things really well. Like, I feel like I've never seen Bruno Mars perform, but I feel like it would be a semi-similar situation. Like, very talented. They can dance. They can, like, he can do a lot of stuff. I kind of see those in, like, the big superstars of, like, their genres.
I've seen a lot of, like, up and coming bands, and those have been some great concerts.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone to this magnitude before.
Sure.
That I'm into. It would be like me going to see, like, Mac Miller probably now would have been.
Right.
Or, like, I mean, I went to some of these people and saw them when they weren't, like, big, like super, super big. He's in his, like, total prime.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know, whether he's on drugs or not is up for debate. You leave it up to the people to decide. He claims he's not, but there's definitely some, concerns.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Like, the guy's, I mean, from what I understood, from what his public persona was to now, he's very humble, very quiet, a little quirky now. But you can just, like, he just oozes talent.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's just crazy from like a white guy from Spotify, singing about like White Iverson to this string like violin and cello intro to his concert.
Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah,
that sounds different.
Like very creative. Just like he's just very creative. His takes on his song were more rock. It was like singing, rapping.
Were they all of his songs, or they just kind of
all of his songs?
Oh, that's really cool.
Like Sunflower, he did all of his bangers, all the songs you would want him to play. It was the last show of his tour.
He's going all out.
So he's going all out. It's just crazy to me that people that like ooze talent like that.
Yeah.
Another person like who I saw recently, like Matty Matheson. He's like a celebrity chef for people who don't know, YouTube chef, but like originally an amazing chef. Still is, and then started doing YouTube cooking.
And he's a he's a show. He really is. He's so animated.
Crazy.
I love his YouTube cooking. Sometimes it's a little difficult because there's a lot of steps, but sometimes he has practical ones. I like his style. He's fun. But then you were watching like The Bear, and he gets a little part in that. I've seen season 1. You've seen season 2 now.
Yeah, I just finished season 2. I like season 1 way more.
Okay.
People said they liked season 2. I don't know. Sometimes when it gets like touchy-feely right now, like when I'm watching these shows, like, I'm good. I don't need any more real in my life. I got enough of that going on. Like, give me like the parts that are fun. So sometimes I'll hit fast forward on those real tough parts for me.
There's a lot of those in season 1, though, dude.
Season 1 was a lot of anxiousness and stress over a kitchen and cooking.
That's true, but there was
a lot of drama behind the scenes of a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you get drama with the restaurant, but actually, it's like his focus is he's struggling with focus. The Bear, this whole season,
gotcha,
and all his focus is being pushed outside the restaurant and still trying to like be a person and open a restaurant.
So it's almost the exact opposite.
Totally, it touched on 100% the kitchen, nothing else but the kitchen, the stresses that come with the kitchen. Season 2 is like everything outside the kitchen plus the stress from the kitchen.
Gotcha.
It's like playing a chord underneath the stress of life.
Yeah. I got you.
You know, Matty Matheson has a major part in season 2.
That's really cool.
So he's in like almost every episode.
You know who's another person that oozes talent, but I'm not the biggest fan of, is Taylor Swift. And I know like it's crazy for me for that comment to come out of my mouth.
No, I don't think that's crazy at all because I'm not a huge T Swift fan.
But you
gotta recognize talent.
Dude, holy moly, dude!
Like,
she's like raised $2 billion for the economy in like the last like month.
Yeah, she's just a rocket ship. I mean, every album she comes out with, there's bangers.
She has like 30 songs that I know. I mean, I can't name all of them.
No, but if the song comes on, I bet you I could get a couple words.
Yeah, exactly. Like every album, there's like 5 bangers that are in like the top 25.
Right, and you just know that. And I've been hearing some like podcasters I know go to his concert or go to her concert, and
I'm sure they love it.
They all say it's an amazing concert. It's like one of the best they've ever been to, if not the best concert they've ever been to.
I'm sure. And I'm sure.
And
I won't sell my life away for $1,500 for a ticket.
I will not as well. You cannot catch me there.
That's way too much. And then like, you can do nosebleeds, sure, but those are $500.
That's another level of fandom. That's what Post Malone tickets would have been. They're like $600 for the pit area.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And that's just like, what are we talking about? So like, just, he's just so cool. Very like manic and expressive on stage. Very artsy on stage, like
really cool.
Very weird body positions he puts himself into singing that makes him look like he's struggling with something. Because that's the whole premise of all like the songs. Like I'd be crying if you guys weren't here or something. Was the name of the tour. Now
that seems like that kind of seems like there's some insinuating non-cleanliness going on within that life.
Yeah, that's the worry. Because it's just like, dude's so talented, and some of those guys just burn so bright so quickly.
Yeah.
And they just are gone. And it's sad because he's like prototypical for that. you would be like,
it's all right. Put out some bangers, dude. And if that's the way it's gonna be unfortunate to see that. But
yeah, so
as a lot of those,
he is a kid now, so
a lot of those talented guys are, they burn hot.
They really do.
Fast.
And
so
a lot of those guys don't, like Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, the Tiny Desk video on YouTube is still my favorite video on YouTube.
It's gotta be one of the coolest videos out there on the YouTube. It's crazy, bro. I'll watch that at least 3 to 5 times like a year, at least.
I've been listening to it like cooking in the morning.
Oh, yeah, you're like locked into that thing still.
You've
listened to that over 100 times then.
I'm getting close.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
I don't know. It just
we've also thrown on a couple other Tiny Desks, and those are great, but they are not the same.
Post Malone's is really good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta go check that one out.
It just came out. Action Bronson wasn't my favorite, even though we watched
like 5 minutes of it, and we clicked out of it.
I love Action. His cooking and his music, I love it. Maybe just not my vibe. I probably just caught in the wrong moment. But I mean, Action Bronson's all time for me.
Yeah, he's really cool.
So now, Post Malone was great.
Mm-hmm.
Now we stayed the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Papa doesn't like staying the whole time. I wanted out after 5 songs.
Wait, that's it, bro? You got to stay for at least a few more.
My anxiety was through the roof, and my brother is just feeding into each other because we know what's coming.
Right, you see what's happening.
Right,
here.
me and him are just like
you and your brother are 2 peas in that regard. There's not a lot.
2 peas in the pod.
There are not many things that you and your brother are similar with.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the big bugaboos for the two of you.
Getting out early. Oh yeah. Big fans of getting out early.
Timmy loves to get out back home.
Timmy loves not going.
10:45. Yeah.
Tim's a big not going guy.
You know what? He'll get in his mood though for a couple people though. Maybe a Laguna night here or there. But if it's not hitting, he's like, Uber's already on the way.
Uber's
guys.
here. I let you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. And you can either get in this Uber.
It's so great. Or you can stay. It doesn't bother me, but I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I got some sticks to find. So anyways, we stay the whole time. And we hit traffic walking to our cars.
Oh,
no joke.
It
took us 40 minutes to get to our car walking. Maybe 30. Let's run down 30 minutes.
But like it's okay because if anyone that has been there, it is a big grass field. It's a big entrance. It's like down like a hill, right?
Yeah,
kind of
down the hill, like the cement hill you walk up to go check in.
Yeah.
There was like, I don't know, maybe the layout of it was bad. Maybe something happened with I don't know.
You gotta think that they have enough concerts there and they've been doing it long enough that shouldn't happen.
It was
so truly that's how many people are there. Or
there's like panic inducing for sure.
Or there's a fight that breaks out, or
right, who knows what's going on.
Sure.
People are gonna lose their minds there. Like we're waiting, like taking a step waiting. So like we're already looking at the parking lot. It took us another hour. We get to the car around. The concert ends at 11:30. We kind of get to the car around 12.
Yeah,
ish, maybe 11, late 11.
You parked in the lot.
Paid parking, $100.
Jesus, dude.
And I thought when we parked there, I thought we did pay for the parking because I don't remember walking very far.
Right.
For us, and we parked and left. So I was like, "Oh, if you pay for the parking, we'll get around."
You had to pay for parking on the way out?
No, on the way in for $100. Oh. I thought it would save us to get out. Like, we're going to just save so much time for paying for this parking.
Right?
No. We,
dude, and honestly, fuck anyone that charges more than $20 for parking.
I was fine with 80 or 40 or 60.
No more than 40. Come on.
40 is tough.
Come on, dude. If we're going to charge an arm and a leg, I'm like already thinking this is like a mid-show. Like I'm butthurt.
Yeah.
Like I bought tickets. I did all of this. Now you're gonna like another 50?
Yeah, here's $40.
$100 to go pay for parking.
We're like, okay, I guess. And
just to leave my car in this like 6
dirt lot.
Yeah, see, that's
And
brutal.
Mikey hands the girl the card, and he's like, "Well, is this going to be Monopoly money or real money? Because this, because I'm living in the real world." And the girl starts to laugh.
I
and,
love that for Mikey.
Yeah,
He hits him with those real straight facts right away.
yeah. It's just like
I'll bury those down and I'll just erupt later. But
yeah, he's like, but he does it in such like a funny way that the person like can't help but laugh.
right.
Yeah, dude. So it took us another hour and 10 minutes to leave the parking lot. Another hour home.
Oh my God.
We didn't get to my mom's until like 1:30.
Oh my God. Then you get to pick up food?
No, we didn't eat.
Oh God, dude.
At that point, Madison and I were so tired, we just grabbed our dog from my mom's house and drove back to Tustin.
And you're climbing into bed at 2:30?
Yeah, wifey was asleep at like 2:10. Now, like, am I obsessed with Post Malone now for sure? But
That's cool.
whoever invented the Glen Helen Amphitheater, no joke.
Yeah, let me hear it.
No
Give it to
joke.
him.
I want them to break their knee in such an unfortunate way they can never heal. But it's going to not bug him 90% of the time.
Right.
But he'll always have a limp. And
Well,
that limp will always be there
Uh-huh.
because he knows he made that shit place. It was torture. My brother didn't get home till 3
What? Why did he not get
because
home
he was
till
in
3?
another parking lot.
Oh my God. So him and Coral just got stuck out there for 2 hours?
Yeah, he's like, I haven't moved, and we were on the freeway.
I'm sure your brother was really happy.
Oh,
about
my
that.
brother was ready to lose it on somebody. Now, that was Post Malone.
That's really cool, though. I mean, to some certain extent, it is worth it, but I mean, that's once in a lifetime, right? Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. I would
Check
love to
it
go
off the
see
bucket
him.
list.
I would love to go see him again next year, maybe when I have some cash on me and pay for some seats, because he was just such an interesting dude. Like, they do like breakdown moments of the song, and he starts to dance, and he can't dance, and like ironically dances, and it's like fun and funny,
Quirky.
yeah,
in a
very
way.
quirky.
Yeah.
It was just a great show. You could tell he cares. It's very passionate performance.
Yeah.
But you know who else put up some passionate performance between the two boys here?
Oh my God. We're going for the little 4 club championship. Are we rolling right into that?
If you don't like golf of our podcast, go ahead and just skip this part because it's about to get real golfy in here.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
We can lock back into
we
it.
had a 4 club tournament this weekend with me, you, Chris, and Cam, and
Over at the Classic Mile Square. And I don't know. Let's just come right out and say it. I think you might have won the whole damn thing.
I mean for net possibly
For net. Yeah. 100%,
Maybe
dude.
2 under.
So let's set the stage a little bit. Yes, you went 2 under on your handicap, and you were at a 9 handicap. So we also, is 4 clubs. We pulled a little bit of a club switch right before we were going out there, but it was a 4 club, and the putter does count. So basically, if you want to bring a putter, 3 other clubs, whatever you want to bring. But we're playing off the white tees, which was kind of nice. Like, you know, it makes the course way shorter. It gets rid of a ton of bad tee shots for me, which I've come to realize it's so nice playing off the whites.
Whites are great
for scoring wise. And I believe the yardage is like 6,100 or 6,300 in that range. We got to really kind of look this up, but that's where it was at. I was at a 4 handicap. You were at a 9. Chris was at a scratch. Cam was at a 1. And the boys came out and shot some low numbers. And a lot of it, I think, is due to the fact that we actually changed in the parking lot one of our club options.
Yeah, I texted you the night before because Chris and Cam were in a group chat talking about what clubs we're going to bring. And originally my plan was to bring hybrid, 7-iron, pitching wedge, putter. And I was thinking about my last round, and I don't really lose a driver too often. I lose a hybrid a lot more than I lose a driver.
It's a smaller face down there. Like, it's the likelihood of something going wrong, I feel like, or at least for me as well, is much higher.
I don't really lose. Yeah, like I don't really lose the ball so far underneath the trees that I need to punch something out a lot of times.
Yeah.
So it just really worked out to take the driver instead of the hybrid for me.
For sure.
I use it on 14 holes. That's the second highest club in my bag behind a putter.
Yeah. And I thought about that as well. I'm like, when am I ever going to use a hybrid like twice in a hole? Maybe on a par 5, you know?
Yeah. And that's like,
and that's only 4 of the holes. And I'll just like, you know, if I just can take I was originally going to do hybrid 9-iron sandwich putter, and I just flipped out the driver for the hybrid.
Yeah, last night we walked up, we saw each other in the morning, and you're like, dude, I'm taking driver. And I'm like, there's no reason why I shouldn't, because you're doing it. Because I need the distance. I don't hit the ball very far. Not yet. That's going to change here at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the boys were buzzing. Let's just come out and say it. Everyone shot sub 80.
Yeah, the whole group. Firing low. It was crazy. Chris was 2 under on the front
with 4 clubs.
I mean,
3 wood, which he was
peppering. He really was.
He was giving that 3 wood all of the business.
You know what's crazy, dude? When you see someone that is like that much better than you at golf, it's going to take a lot of effort for me to get down like low handicaps. Because there's no way you can set me on every tee box and give me a 3 wood, and I guarantee you I would still miss more than 5 fairways.
For sure.
Guaranteed.
I think Chris maybe missed 1 fairway.
Dude, he's
2.
Hitting it 260 like down the middle. Almost every time.
It was like
same ball flight.
Peered.
Every single time,
like,
dude.
If you look at his 3 wood, the middle of his 3 wood's like
worn down. It's a different level. He was certainly on his game for sure. And so he was 2 under on the front, just peppering this 3 wood and like sticking things close and just like draining a couple putts here and there.
Chris just does everything well, really, really well.
He threw an 8-iron from 140 to like 2.5, 3 feet. He probably got it closest to the pin on that like hole number 4 or 5.
Which is impossible.
Yeah, really, really tough hole. We all hit the green on that one, by the way. That was pretty nice.
First time I've ever seen that too.
And then he came out and played like 2 over on the back, so he was even. Cam shot a 77, and then I thought I was off to maybe a little bit of a shaky round.
Yeah,
because I almost thought I was about to ready to walk in a birdie on hole 1. Came back.
Yeah, lipped out on hole 1.
Just the worst lip out of all time.
Yeah,
I got
really
blue balled so hard on that one.
Really tough.
And then proceeded to triple bogey the next hole, and I was like, "Oh my god, that could not have gone any worse right now."
That could have been
backed up into a corner instantaneously on hole 2, and I was like, 3 over. But then
hole 2, it's crazy because now you're at that level. Like you like do triple bogey on hole 2. There goes all my aspirations for the day.
Yeah, ruined. If I'm trying to break 80, it's really, really hard.
That's crazy.
You know you're only allowed 4 over for the next 16. You know, that's pretty good golf. So, anyways,
that's really good golf. It's pretty impressive, dude.
I bounced back and went 2 under through the 7. So I brought it back to 1 over. So I shot 37 on the front with a triple.
It's pretty insane. These are 4 clubs. This is just so you have to manufacture shots you're not used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't listen to golf. Like there's almost like every 10 yards or 15 yards, there's another club you can use.
Oh yeah.
So like you don't really have to make these weird shot selections and taking a lot on or putting a lot off. You know. I said that backwards. Taking a lot off and putting more on.
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Thank you. I think I flipped both of them, which was weird. That was really dyslexic of me.
You made it flow really, really well, though.
I just kept it going.
Yeah.
Like, I just brushed over it.
I would have never caught it. Never caught it.
But it was fun to see that like kind of could cook with like taking a lot off.
Bag was real light. You know what club you're going to take?
It was really like really mellow.
Now, trying to like hit the shot the way you want it to, that's way more difficult for sure.
For sure. You kind of just chalk it up because you're like, oh, it wasn't the right club. So you just kind of shake it off faster too.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're like, oh, it's just not the right club.
It was kind of nice. You had a really nice round going too, dude. What'd you shoot on the front? Did you go 39?
Yeah, I think I shot 40. I shot 40 on the front.
40 on the front.
With, I started off par, birdie, par.
That's right, dude. You drained like a 20-footer on hole 2.
Yeah. Took it right.
Chris put something in there real nice and dandy and tight to like 7 or 8 feet. You lean over to me in the cart. Say, you want to ruin his day right now and drop this birdie right on his throat. And he's going to be real upset about it too.
And sure enough, just went right up there and
ripped it right over the front, dude. That was great. And then Chris barely misses that putt.
Oh, barely. I thought he was going to make it.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
were going to push each other because he heard that birdie on the first or on the second hole. But yeah, man, I shot 79.
Back to back. Sub 80 rounds.
Sub 80
bro.
rounds. I don't know, man.
We're on to something right now.
I don't know.
I
man.
mean, are you telling me like this is crazy?
The boys are buzzing.
If I
right
told
now.
you even 6 or 8, 6 months ago or a year ago, you're gonna have back to back sub 80 or breaking 80 rounds, you'd say absolutely zero chance.
Zero chance.
It's a good thing this round is not going in the getting handicapper calculator.
Oh, this would
You would be like an 8 right now.
I'd be ruined. I would be because I'm just playing really well. I don't think I'm actually like a sub 80 player yet.
I mean, what do they say? Lightning strikes once. It's an accident. Strikes twice.
Something's going on.
Yeah. Or it's just really dumb luck.
But you saw, so you never saw me break 80. What did it look like to you when I did it? It looked like I wasn't even like
No,
doing
it looked
anything.
like you were just nice and solid whole time. I was actually thinking about it on the way over here because I knew this was going to be a major topic of discussion because I was really upset that you shot 78 without me and I wanted to be there for that like triumphant moment. And to be honest with you, I haven't really been there. And like I felt like I was bad mojo because you got a hole in one with Mikey, you shot sub 80 with Mikey,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, it's just me out here. I feel like I'm trying to be wingman of all time, getting a Snickers or a hot dog at the turn.
You are.
Mental,
I think,
just the whatever pep in the step, thinking about the next one, whatever it is.
yeah, it's
Talking
just
shots through. I'm like, dude, it's me. It's me at this point. So,
no. It was
it's a monkey off my back. Thanks.
I appreciate that I can do that for you. I think what actually, like, if you're talking about what first started all of this, was maybe the talk we had in the Mazda on the way back
I
after
think
getting
so,
our
dude.
cheeks clapped by Cameron.
Yeah, and his buddy Logan.
Yeah, and
We got work, dude.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, that we came on the pod and just confessed how terribly
Awful we played.
Yeah, and just how the way we competed.
And
it was
I think
awful.
after that, after we had that heart to heart with each other,
I think so.
I think it
It
kind
was
of
a little powwow situation.
yeah, like why can't we do anything together? We're best friends. Why
This is
can't
crazy.
We just perform. We do the same thing with beach volleyball.
Yeah, we
didn't win
did.
a single game in beach volleyball.
We did. We did have a little fun like sprinkles action. Remember that?
No, it was before the
Remember that
sprinkles.
tactic? Remember that tactic though? Mm-hmm. Before the sprinkles. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
we played a summer beach volleyball tournament, you and me.
That's the one I'm talking about.
No, that was Laguna Hills. We did that for the first time. That was like a fun little thing we did with the team.
But we brought it to the beach though.
We didn't do it.
Yes,
yet.
we did.
Did we really?
Yes, we brought it to the beach, and people were pissed.
Why?
Because they kept serving me. I mean, like, obviously the way beach works, you got it's a 2-man game where it's a little back forth and like a 3 over the net. And you were saucing me up. I was putting balls away.
Oh my god! But then people started serving us short. That kind of we weren't. I wasn't agile enough to get us down there that quick.
They figured it out.
If I was quicker, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Well, I mean, we were kind of just putting Band-Aids, on wide open
because they knew
wounds.
they were going to serve me the whole time.
Well, it was just a fun, unranked, or like a B tournament that we just played in. We did it. We literally brought
so
that
funny.
tactic
I completely
from
forgot.
indoor volleyball. We were playing like King of the Court. We brought that onto the beach, and we thought we were the funniest team out there.
It was pretty funny.
It was a blast. Remember we had that? We went to CPK afterwards.
Oh, I fully locked up,
Yeah, yeah, you did.
fully cramped up. That was one of the best meals I think I've ever had.
Oh yeah, it was just like us two and both of our moms, and we just we got I don't know how many pizzas, dude, and we just put down food.
Oh, the moms came in. I remember that meal so vividly.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. But yeah, I think the Mazda talk of like, bro, you need to chill out. I need to chill out. Like, we just need to play golf.
Something needed to change.
Like, we kind of need to rip into each other and be like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's like either we need to stop being teammates, period. Because like we just also never did it. We just never do it enough.
That's true.
And we made more of a conscious effort to team up on certain things when we can.
I feel like yes, we're like, because we're so close, maybe it doesn't feel like we're a team. Maybe it just feels like we're just playing a just casual round. And we had to like actually be like, no, dude, we need to have a tactic. We need to like, think about the way we're gonna play shots. And like you would do that if you were playing with anyone else, kind of, and like if you were in a semi-competitive
more
setting,
fun and hanging out.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it finally clicked for us, and yeah, man, I don't know.
It didn't look like you were doing anything out of the ordinary. Looked like you were just hitting solid shot after solid shot. I didn't see a mental mistake, really. I never saw you like. I did see you falter on like the par 3, and I thought that was like but I mean, everyone's gonna have like one hole. It was like on hole number 8. It was the par 3 before the par 5.
Oh,
and you took a double, but I think you took a double.
I grabbed that pitching wedge when it should have been a soft 7.
Yeah.
And just because it was the wind.
And then you didn't like putt it very close, and then you like 2-putted from there.
Yeah, missed a comebacker. Yeah, man, it was just. But I'm just more comfortable now around you, like playing in that way. I don't know
for sure.
Maybe like in the past, I was never golf minded as you were, and so like you explaining shots to me, I was like. Not really like, dude, I can't do that.
Sure.
Instead of like when someone's doing that for you, at some point, then you just click in. You're like, that's what you should be trying to do. They're not saying do that. They're saying like, hey, like that's the idea of what
start
you
thinking about it maybe this way.
Right. And it takes a while for people to kind of get into that. And you kind of pushed my hand in that way, which was great. Because now I love it. Now I like if I'm playing with somebody, I like to talk out shots, or I'll talk out to myself.
Oh yeah, I talk to myself all the time when I'm like walking or whatever. I'll like the first thing I do always just like assess the lie. If I'm not in the fairway, or like if I am in the fairway, sometimes is the grain coming to me, or am I going with it? Because that changes the way I'll hit a chip shot.
Yeah, see, that's the next level I need to get to. I need to get like that level of understanding golf, because now there's just like less room for mistakes.
Sure. But you played basically a perfect round. I don't think you were ever in tree trouble off the tee. Hardly ever.
Yeah, and if I did, I just kind of like punched out.
You had, I think, one, and it was just like you moved it up, and you were like, I'm not really going to get it there anyways, like type situation. It was the par 5. That's what it was. Number 10. Mm-hmm. You like hit it behind the tree. It was a good tee shot. Just like there's just a massive tree on the left.
Yeah.
So you just had to like bump something through. And you just took a par and moved on. Yeah,
it's interesting when you start playing. Like, I don't know, 4 clubs I was very judgmental of it before. I'm like, dude, it just doesn't sound fun at all. Super gimmicky. It's a fun way of trying to learn how to recreate shots for yourself.
Sure.
Was a really, really fun time with Chris and Cam. Really enjoy the tournaments with them.
It's also fun when we're all going sub 80, baby.
Yeah, now we're going to start messing with each other's money, though. This group's getting a little hot.
I know. We got to split up a little bit. We're all like going to be maybe A flight, B flight situation.
I think Chris and Cam probably took 2 CPs.
Yeah, what did Cam put one pretty tight as well, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't he put it like 4 feet
on 8?
Oh yeah, that one was pretty close. 6 feet.
Yeah.
A little birdie action for him.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a good time, buddy. I mean, 79, 76, nothing to shake a stick at now.
Dude.
That Barstool tournament is really starting to shape up into something really fun for us to possibly go out there and
at least compete.
Yeah, if we bring the game we have with that 4 club at all to Barstool, and I'm a 9, and
I'm like a 7,
and we get to play best ball.
Yeah,
that would have been like 3-4 under round
potentially. I mean, we had 3 birdies. Did you have any birdies? You had 1 on number 2. Was that it? Or did you have maybe another one on a par 5 or something like that?
No, I think I just had 1.
Okay. I feel like the flat sticks were really coming alive as well for us.
I parred a lot of holes.
A lot. A lot.
Like just ripping off pars for 5-hole stretches.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like stress-free pars, some of them.
Yeah, I know.
Just walking up and 2 putts.
I was actually upset I only had 3 birdies.
Yeah.
You know, I like lipped out twice hard for birdie, and also like
you could have 5 pretty easily.
Yeah. And there
First one you lipped out on, there's another one you lipped out on.
I know. And I thought there was another opportunity or a couple other opportunities that were from 15-ish feet that I'm just like barely missing, because I didn't miss a ton of greens and you didn't either. So we had a ton of looks for birdie. Anyways, it was really fun. I loved the format. I was a little suspect of it as well. I will have to say I drove the ball pretty damn well.
Oh, it's so fun to watch you hit the driver really well.
When it's cooking like that, I feel like I kind of found something, and I was like pull drawing it, but that's okay as long as it's not hooks. You know, then I just kind of shifted my aim, and it was like all good. I'm just going to keep doing this again.
Pull draws for you are way better than the hooks. I mean, if I could see one room for improvement in your golf game right now, it's your big misses.
Oh, yeah.
If you eliminated your big misses, you would break 80 easily every single time. The putter is super consistent.
Yeah.
The wedge game is super consistent. Your bunker play is a highlight. You have distance to hit it over anything you basically want to. You have shot shaping ability. Like, you love creative shot shaping. You just have these crazy, wild, big misses.
Dude, and it's like I had one on hole 2 with the drive. I don't even know what that swing was, and I never have felt
like
anything
over a top, like weird looking swing.
It was something I've never felt before, and I was like, I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna go. We got to go to the next swing here.
There's no assessing that,
right? And then that on hole 14 or 15, that par 3 with the 9-iron again. That was tough,
dude. Do you remember?
It was just like a 40-yard miss to the left. You know?
Do you remember the par 3 where you almost missed the face of the wedge?
Yes, that was bad too.
Like, bro, like
I halted it. I totally forgot about that one too.
That one was eye opening, because I'm like, okay, I get a miss, but like it was like a triple miss. You missed right.
Yeah.
You missed like short.
Yeah. Well, I hoselled it.
And you like almost missed the face.
Yeah, I hoselled it.
Like, dude, just like
I hit it so bad. I turned around. I'm like, where'd it go?
Chris, me and Cameron were like, sit, stay. You gotta yell at the ball, I love doing as a group. A good ball yell as a group.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good banter aspect.
Get going,
right?
Dig. It was just a good time. My putter was hot.
Yeah, it was
hot.
They're countless 7-footers. You're just cruising on in.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just
4 to 7, 8 feet, dude. I mean, you were just. I will have to say, the greens were
impeccable.
In immaculate condition.
Impeccable.
Immaculate.
For a public golf course, it's not that they don't lack play. They are slammed every weekend. They're slammed during the week.
Yeah.
People can't get tee times. And we get to play this course once a month for some cash. I mean, I just walked away with like $250 from the men's club event.
Yeah, that was really nice, I bet.
So,
God, you're really coming up big right now. A little escrow check in the mail.
Yeah, I got a little escrow check
little
back.
Tournament winnings. Dude, this is looking nice for your boy.
All coming up Tom right now.
Okay.
One part of my game that needs improvement is my wedge game.
Yeah, I think the ability for you to have multiple shots with multiple distances is going to be the next big step. And then as well as adding a little bit of distance. But that's going to happen, one, with the working out and some more mobility stuff that you're already doing. That's going to take a little bit of time. Mm-hmm. And the drills, you're minimizing your fades. And I think I kind of like gave you a little bit of like, dude, just do a practice swing where like your right foot's behind you, because that your slice was coming out again. And it was like really,
I'm starting to
really
miss
big cuts, really big cuts. And I'm like, dude, just do a couple, like put your right foot back, do a couple practice swings. Like just feel that like rotation real quick. And that'll like maybe translate to your swing a little bit more.
It did.
It did.
And it clicked it back and put some duct tape on it to get me through
It's
the
nice.
end.
I mean, you're doing that anyways before the round. Why not do that again as like, if it's going a little crazy right, just got to get a little bit more correction and kind of just minimize that fade a little bit. But that's going to happen with more distance. You're going to hit the ball just a little bit straighter, minimize that cut. You're working on that too. And then I think the big piece is, maybe look at the lower part of the bag. And
because I bought a chipper, which was fun when my golf game was like nowhere near where I needed it to be. The club fit perfectly for that 2 months. And whatever after that happened, those 2 months, something clicked in, and I really want wedges. I want the new TaylorMade fours, mill grind fours.
You've always loved those. They're good looking wedges, and you like the raw finish too.
I do, and it's just not the whole club's raw; it's just the face of it's raw. And they have you ever heard of Golf Spy? I probably sent you some articles.
You have.
They do like the best testing.
Isn't like all robot testing?
It's all robot testing, independent people who don't have like biases really.
Yeah,
like they love Srixon irons. And people now they just released something about saying how the mill grind 4 is maybe like one of the best wedges.
Yeah.
Like mill grind 3 was voted really high for them as one of the best, and now the mill grind 4 just came out with like this side slash in between each groove.
I did see
to
that.
help moisture. And Golf Spy just released an article saying that moisture might be the biggest determining factor in a wedge, and if your club can't fight through moisture in a wedge, like you shouldn't use it because it's like it reduces the spin rate to lower than the driver.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, how is that possible?
So there's a couple videos as well. Like TXG has done that before. Like, they're like spray the golf ball and the face, and like the spin drops like, I don't know, 60% of the spin. It's crazy, and it just is all over the place. So that's why everyone's like, clean the golf ball, clean the club face, whatever you possibly can, because it really does truly matter, and it's kind of wild.
Yeah, you got to do a better job of it. I don't for sure do a good job of it at all.
And you also told me at the tournament where they were dropping golf balls from 10 feet on like a perfect straight putt.
Yeah, all 10 brand new golf balls right out of the sleeve, all in the middle of the jar. Bang, 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 bang. No ifs about it, nothing. Guy just picks up 5 dirty balls, all with different scuff marks and variations, like mud on them and stuff like that. Drop them. All of them miss.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Same line, same everything. So it's just
there's lots of variables. So anytime you can get rid of a variable, perfect. You need any sort of help that you can. I'm glad that they're bringing some of that technology out into all golf clubs. You know who's been doing it for a while is Ping. Ping's had it for a while.
Ping's pretty good at that stuff.
They have the hydro pearl finish on their irons, on their wedges.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely getting new wedges though, Papa, and I might even get a new pitching wedge as well.
Love that.
And get rid of my current pitching wedge.
Get a specialist wedge. So I love my Vokey.
Yeah, I think I might do that as well with you, because my pitching wedge I have is great, but it's not really workable like a wedge. Like I couldn't really like flop it. Couldn't really like.
Yeah, you don't really need your pitching wedge to do any of that though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You don't really need that.
I said my 4 club. You're right. In my 4 club, I was like, ooh, I wish my pitching wedge maybe a bit more workable.
I see.
Because I'm not thinking it feels so stiff.
Gotcha. If I'm bringing out my my pitching wedge, not my like part of my main set, the 46 degree.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to open up the face ever.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it's a full
probably
shot
won't
club.
do that.
It's a good thought.
It was a good thought. You know, I'm an idea.
You just
guy.
want out there. You just want all those MG4s.
I do. I really do. And you're getting the new tricks on irons.
I officially.
Oh my god, that 9 iron,
dude. It's kind of ridiculous. I because of the way the golf course was set up, I was able to get home on a lot of par 5s and 2. Driver 9 iron. It was kind of crazy.
Like hitting a 9 iron underneath a tree, thick lie, working the ball, pin high, slightly off the green, 220.
I thought it was 205.
205?
I thought it was 205.
Okay, 205 with a 9 iron. Like that at that point.
Out of the rough. Maybe a little bit of a jumper.
And you kind of took a half swing at it.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to go for the green.
Yeah, you kind of like hit and you hit and you rolled up on it, sure. But you also flew way farther than you thought you were going to fly.
I was trying to land it 30, 40 short. in the fairway.
And, I think your just swing speed and your talent level now you need blades.
I think so, dude. The way that my the swing has progressed in a couple of the thoughts and like the way I'm now trying to move into the golf ball, I end up like taking and de-lofting my clubs more and more. That's what I find myself doing. I used to be able to hit the ball super high, and I have a hard time doing that now. Have you ever realized that? Like, I'm not even looking at any like going over trees.
Never.
Like, I'm trying to like keep everything as low and as confined as possible, because to be honest with you, that's what I need to be doing, honestly.
Right.
Like, I need to keep the ball low, and anytime it's going high, it's going wayward all over the place.
True.
But the distance is kind of crazy, and I get these like hot, fiery ones every once in a while.
If not every once in a while, for sure it's happening once or twice around.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a bummer.
Because you're like, dude, I hit that just really well, and it flew. When I hit one really well, mine fly off the green barely.
To the back fringe?
Me off the back fringe barely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I clipped that one. Like, that's just going to happen every once in a while. I'm playing the right flag distance, but I just skip one 10 yards further.
Right.
Yours goes like 20 yards past.
I don't know, dude. It's crazy.
But now you're doing better club selection and taking half swings. That doesn't happen as often.
Right.
But when you weren't doing that, you would fly greens.
I would miss greens 7-8 times around, just flying them over.
Fly them. No shot. Like, see ya. I mean, blasting it off the back.
Wild. The Strixon irons do look really good. Bryce is getting them, actually. Very interested to see how he's going to like them. And I'm
You know what you should do?
very
Sell
jealous.
your clubs to your brother, your new ones, for like $400.
Whoa, those were expensive clubs.
Yeah, but they're your brother, and they're used.
Yeah.
Nothing
wrong with those puppies, though.
Nothing's wrong with them at all. Then you go back to club championship. You put down cool, because Strixons aren't that expensive.
I think they're like $1,200 for the set.
Okay, so you get $400 off of that.
Honestly, I don't even need a pitching wedge. So I go 9-iron to 7-iron probably with the ZX7s.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ZX5s, I go 6 through 4-iron.
And they're not like the most crazy expensive clubs in the world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
It's something to think about.
Keep your driver. Keep your hybrid. That's fine. You don't have to upgrade that part of the bag if you don't want.
Right.
You just got a brand new pitching wedge that they can basically bend now. Bend back if you need to, or bend forward.
I like my wedge setup right now. It's working. It's cool. I'm all good with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be the one thing.
Put that in the ether.
Yeah, the irons, dude, it's so rough. It's so rough. I don't know what it is. It's like a toe miss, and then it just like makes the ball hook like crazy because I already I'm already got a draw swing going, and it's just so wild at times. And just hot.
They're hot, and they're like, you never really even like hitting your 4-iron either. Like,
it goes so far.
Your 4. I feel like you just struggle with like consistent distancing.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this can go anywhere from whatever, 180 to like 200 max. And you hit one like 205, 210. And you're like, what is going on?
I'm thinking about that 9-iron I hit. I'm like, dude, I hit my 9-iron 170. That's stock. That's
190 pushing it.
And I can get upwards of 200 on that thing, apparently.
In the rough.
In the rough.
Sawed off swing.
Dude, it was crazy. Yeah. And I also had 190 to the pin on number 9. And I had to hit it over trees. That was actually a great 9-iron that I hit. I don't know if you remember that. My ball went into hole 1, and I hit it back over the trees. And it's like a 188 or 190 shot, and took 9-iron to the front middle of the green. It's just like, it's great for the 4 club, but they're just hot. Okay, if you were to go wedges right now, where are you going? Are you going 60, 56?
Yeah, I mean
50?
Probably. That's what I'm being comfortable with. Just throwing a 60 in there. I mean, to be honest, I don't even really need the 60. Like, I wouldn't ever chip with it.
Would you go 58, 54, 50?
Yeah, I like that better.
Because your pitching wedges, I believe, is a 44 or 45 degree.
Yeah, I like that better.
58, 54, 50.
That seems more... Because I like my 50 a lot. 56 might be a little too steep, and I feel like I can't hit it a lot sometimes. Yeah. So that 54 at 2 extra degrees might really help out that like feeling.
It'll give you 5 yards.
And
five to 7 yards.
58 would be perfect because then it's just like 2 degrees higher, and I hit.
It's the same as your 56 essentially.
Yeah.
Once
I
you
like
like
that.
Yeah, it's a good setup right
That
there.
little raw finish
That's
on the
not
end
bad.
of it, matching the putter.
Oh yeah, that little like the bronzish type hue. Lower part of your bag,
Lower part
sexy.
of the bag is going to be real tough to beat.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
The
Okay.
Mizuno. I mean, I'm just building my sex bag. That's my goal. What would be what's the sexiest driver right now? There's not really any drivers that are doing it for me. Maybe the Titleist drivers are pretty slick.
They are nice. They are nice.
I don't hit them well though.
I love the sound of the Titleist drivers. I do.
Yeah,
they
those are
look
fun.
great and they sound fantastic.
I mean, Callaway's new Paradigms are pretty good looking.
They are.
I just amazing driver.
Everyone raves about it. I'm not a big Callaway driver guy.
I'm not either, but Mikey loves Callaway, so I've been trying to pitch him on the Paradigm.
Pig needs to step up their game acoustic wise and visually, because performance wise they are. I cannot look anywhere else.
The Ping driver fits my game perfectly.
Right.
I don't want a different driver or a 3-wood or a hybrid. Like the top half of the bag for me is I'm totally.
You could be good for that for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, truly. Maybe like a more of a drivey 3-iron instead of a 3-wood at some point in my life. But other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Okay.
All I did, after Post Malone, I wanted to just chill out and finish up a sports doc, and something we've been wanting to talk about before our 3 worst here would be the quarterback documentary.
Yep.
Which has been another version of the Netflix series they're doing, like, they did it on golf, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they had the Drive to Survive,
Right.
Breakpoint, those dudes.
This quarterback
Unchained.
one, I was really excited for. I really thought it was going to be something super, super special. And kind of like the first season of Short Game. Like, what is that doc called on Netflix?
The golf?
Yeah.
Full swing.
Full Swing.
Yeah.
Kind of like Full Swing. I was a little disappointed with the first season.
Yeah. I very much overall, the one saving grace of this, though, was Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins was great. I
Oh,
mean,
my God.
Gooby, but awesome. Very, showing what a mid to high tier quarterback has to go through.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. I agree, though. Overall, it did not bring the it didn't hit the anticipation that I thought it was going to.
No, I wanted
for
the
me.
X and O's. I wanted them to be psychopaths. I wanted to hear practice tape, what they're doing for rehab and their bodies afterwards. And they got a little bit too much into some personal life stuff for me. And the storylines that they built for some, Kirk Cousins was great. Marcus
Mariota.
Thank you.
I always
okay.
forget the dude's name.
It was interesting to see what he was going through. And Patrick Mahomes, I'm not a huge fan after
I'm not
watching
either.
this.
Got to
be
respect what he
honest.
does on the football field, dude. I mean, dude's fantastic and an unbelievable talent.
I would love to chat with him. I'm sure. I hear he's great. I hear he's a great dude. But to me, it's just
I guess entertainment wise, when you're looking at his life and what he's going through, I found Kirk Cousins to be a little bit more interesting. So I'm there with you.
yeah.
Now, is he more exciting football player? No, absolutely not. But I just love how well spoken Kirk Cousins was, how profound he was at times, how much of a student of the game he still is at the age of 34.
Yeah. Taking care
know.
of his body well.
Yeah, it was a little bit much at times for the taking care of the body, but I mean it's a good little visual as to what they may go through. But again, I'm with you. I thought there could have been something that was better. I thought the season was more exciting last year, and they just didn't cover enough of it. They didn't write a good enough script.
Yeah, it's. I feel like the first season of Drive to Survive was good, but not great. Second, third season so much better. So I'm hoping that's the same thing with these other docs.
Yeah, I want to see them study. I know they can't give away everything, but I don't know. I was hoping for a little bit more of the playbook side, training, like really like dive into like maybe each part of the game a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, more practice stuff, behind the scenes stuff.
Get some more players involved. Get them some more team aspect. Like get some
Right.
more like of that going on. I think that's why we loved Unchained so much, which was the cycling documentary that we talked about this like 3 or 4 episodes ago now.
Give me behind the scenes. Don't
Those
give me
guys-
your like football
Right.
media cut.
Those guys are grinding,
Right.
gruesome falls. The team aspect is there. The like uncomfortable conversations that you need to have. Like in quarterback, it didn't quite feel like that.
No, I didn't. It just never hit the spot for me, and hopefully next season it's better. But yeah.
All in all, I thought it was good, but didn't hit it. But I'm ready for some football season, though, baby.
Football season's gonna be great. Who would you want to be on the quarterback? Who would be your top 3 quarterbacks you would want to see?
Top 3.
Yeah, who would you want to see next season?
Okay, Josh Allen,
Yeah.
Joe Burrow,
Uh-huh.
Jalen Hurts.
Wow. That's like all-star cast. I mean, that's the top 3.
That's a good top 3.
That's a
no?
great top 3. I would want Justin Herbert.
Yeah. I didn't want to be biased here. I love Herbie.
I mean, I followed him in Oregon, and I knew he was going to be really great.
You did.
Really happy he's a Charger. I've been a Justin Herbert fan since college.
You have been, dude. You were like, yo, Chargers got a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. When did they take him? Like 15th overall?
I don't know.
16th overall?
He was going to go to the Patriots, and if Belichick would have gotten a hold of him, it would have been GG for the league.
Lights out.
Because there was no way they were going to miss. I don't know. This is a big year for Justin Herbert to prove himself. I think he has to do it this year to really cement himself to be up there. As the
To be
top
fair, he
elite
has been
quarterback.
doing it.
He's been playing great.
He's one of 2 players to ever throw like more than 30 touchdowns in the first 3 seasons of his career.
Yeah, he's super fun. He's a very outdoorsy guy. He's born in Oregon. So I'd love to see how he's adjusting to what it's like to live in California. I would love to see Tua from Miami.
Very interesting.
I would love to see like what it was like to have those concussions.
Yeah. No, that's good. I love
he
that.
He seems to be like a scapegoat for his team. This coach is super quirky as well.
He's a very interesting guy. It's a good. I like that. I
would
would love some
see,
more insight there.
Like, is it Tua's fault or is it the linemen? Because their linemen seem awful in Miami. And Derek Carr.
That would be cool.
That'd be my top 3. Giving me a little room for Josh Allen next season, Jalen Hurts for another season. Just to grow the storyline. Back a little bit more professional sports from the boys here. We quick touch on the FedEx Cup.
Oh yeah, we do want to touch on that really quickly.
Just got done with the BMW.
Yep.
Second round of the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, exactly. The BMW Championship, second round of the FedEx Cup playoffs.
And real stories, Victor Hovland coming in super hot.
Did you get a chance to watch
the highlights of it?
Okay, you watched highlights?
A little bit of it.
Okay. I got to see him come down the stretch.
I kind of turned it on Sunday late because it was so lazy for me. I watched quarterback, watched some golf and a lot of Apex.
Nice.
A whole lot of Apex.
Nice.
So I didn't get to see the full thing, unfortunately.
Dude, it was unbelievable. The people were calling it the best 9 holes of golf that they've ever seen. Like Colt Knost, Trevor Illman are on air. Jim Nance is saying like it was one of the best performances on the golf course.
I'll have to maybe watch.
You got to
YouTube
watch
highlights.
like a shot by shot situation.
For sure. That'd be fun.
Because there was only 3 or 4 guys that birdied 17 and that birdied 18. Not back to back, but just the whole field. There's 50 players that are in this field. There's only 3 dudes that birdied 17 and like 4 dudes that birdied 18. Mm-hmm. And he just like ripped off back to back birdies to close out his round. And like it was just nuts. Shot 28 on the back. It's like holy moly, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
Ended up like was down 3 or 4. And it's not like anyone else played bad. Everyone was ripping off 66s. Rory, Scotty,
Fitzpatrick,
Fitzy, all shot 66.
Yeah, I guess Fitzpatrick walked, after the post game interview, like, how does it feel? Blah blah blah. To like how that's happened to you, and he's like, you don't really feel too bad because like, what are you gonna do if someone comes out and shoots 61 to win the tournament?
He's like, I played well.
Right.
I'm not upset. I played well. I shot 4 under.
Right. He's like, I played well. I put myself in the position. I had to go up and tell Victor he's a shit for that, but like,
yeah, I did see that clip.
Like, not much you can do, and it's true. There's like, it's the beauty of golf is sometimes you can just will it. And sometimes you just get fire, and then, I haven't seen that happen in a while. I wish I would have watched it live, but shout out Victor.
We could throw on the highlights right after this, dude. It'll take 10 minutes or whatever.
It'd be great.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, I just want to see, because I love Colton Host. He's my favorite announcer right now, possibly in sports.
The Colton Host, Trevor Immelman combo, it's special. And I hope it's one to stay.
Yeah, the PGA Tour of announcing is in a much better place.
We had Jim Nance, and then as well as a part of that trio right there.
And it's a same trio that gets to go into Championship Sunday too.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Next week.
I love it.
Who do you think's going to win? Do you think Scotty's going to be able to hold the lead, or? Yeah,
so it's very interesting. As we were talking, Scotty's at 10 under, Victor's at 8, and I believe Rory's at 7. I think that's what it's at. And I kind of forget everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard, but the likely pick is to snag Scotty Scheffler. It's because
he's playing unreal.
It's because he's hitting a lot of fairways and he's hitting a ton of greens to close proximity. And like, you got to think that he's going to make a few 15-footers. He's doing that better than anyone right now. And the only one that can maybe contest with that would be the other two, which would be Rory and Victor, because they can get super streaky and they can actually make more 15-footers. And if their ball striking is on point, then there's no reason why they can't go and chase it down. So,
then the Ryder Cup's coming up.
Yeah,
we need to spend a day doing the Ryder Cup with each other.
We
definitely do. We didn't do that last year, but hey, by way of hell of a podcast here, let's round it up here with our 3 worst. What do you say?
I love it. And in honor of the Gatorade selection over the weekend,
Gatorade Zero at the turn. The new play.
It was a secret hitter. I don't know why, and it was honestly always because of the Weight Watchers thing that you're doing right now, because you were looking at a regular Gatorade and it was like on the scale of like, good less points to like bad points. It was like way up in the bad. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah, for a drink, it's like way up there, like 8-9 points. Like, put in perspective, Maz, my mom gets 23 in a day,
and a Gatorade's 8 points.
Right.
You can have 4 Gatorades and you're done eating.
Done eating for the day. Like, you've gotten everything you need out of those 4 Gatorades.
That's crazy. So it was a light Gatorade at the turn. That was really special. That ignited your 39 on the back, I think.
Gatorade Zero, yellow. Gonna be the
kind of a hitter like cafe section that they have at Miles Square as well. Can we talk about the chicken Caesar wrap? It was a little pricey, but damn, it brought some heat.
It was really, really good. It's gonna be where we're gonna go from now on for food. We're not gonna do our classic little breakfast burritos in the morning.
It's at the course too. It's so easy. It's so nice. You can go pay for golf balls and go hit a couple golf balls at the range. Go pick up a breakfast burrito.
One less stop.
Yeah, one less stop.
Grab
it's
a
great.
hot dog on the turn if you're starving.
Sure.
I'm going to lead us off here, buddy, with our 3 worst Gatorades. Number 3 for me, one that only I like in the dead heat of the summer with a bunch of ice out of a big jeweler, like a big cooler.
Okay.
Is
Where you going
purple
with this?
Riptide Rush.
Okay.
That's the only time I find myself, because to be honest, I almost love all Gatorade flavors.
It's really tough to kind of pick and choose, but there's definitely ones that are ranking lower on my totem pole for sure.
My choice. I would get like yellow, red, blue, whatever.
Yeah.
Before I get purple.
Yeah.
All my originals.
Yep.
Number 2 for me is one that only I think weird parents have at the house. And I never really have gotten one besides like they're in the assortment flavor of Gatorades as the lime cucumber Gatorade.
Yeah, awful.
The lime cucumber Gatorade is really, really bad. It's just, if it's in the fridge and you're dying of thirst and it's
is it the cucumber mint? I think that's what it is. The cucumber mint.
No, it's lime. They have lime cucumber.
Oh God, that sounds terrible too.
It's not great.
Oh,
and then number one for me is one I just, as a color, just don't trust. Like for an artificial flavor, which is the wild cherry.
the white cherry.
Yeah,
but it tastes good
cherry.
though.
No.
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, you're getting bamboozled into that. It's just so artificial. Like you're just like, looking at it, it's like not even a color.
You get that thing. You get that sucker ice cold. It ain't half bad.
No. No, it's never a flavor I want.
Well, we're gonna butt heads on this one, buddy, because I agree. I don't know if that's in the one slot though for you. That's I don't know. I feel like
I'm
that's
firmly sticking by the wild cherry white.
I know you are.
It's not breaking me.
Just not for me, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a really, really aggressive number one worst flavor.
And you know what? If I'm in the desert and I'm dying of thirst and someone comes up and hands me a wild cherry,
that'll kill me faster than it hydrates me.
I'm going to open up and I'm going to dump it out on the sand. I'll be like, that one's for Andrew and I'll die.
All right, buddy. I got my number 3 here. And you're not going to like this one, but I'm never going to, and that's fruit punch. It's awful.
I mean, that's just an awful take.
It's bad.
It's not.
It does no hydration abilities. It makes my saliva so unbelievably
But wild cherry white
thick.
does.
Yeah, it goes down nice and
Makes
easy.
your saliva thick.
Dude, it's thick. I don't know, dude. I can't like breathe. There would be times where I was like given a red Gatorade in basketball, and I chose not to drink and not to hydrate because I couldn't breathe on the court.
That's tough.
Maybe that's just a me thing.
That is just a you thing.
I might be just really on my.
There's a subreddit called "Don't Drink Red Gatorade."
Dude, I guarantee you, I'm not alone in this right now because I know many people that will not drink Gatorade for that reason.
Because their saliva gets thick.
Yes, it's not a hydrating drink.
No,
it doesn't feel like that.
It's a Coke.
Yeah, it is.
They're all Cokes.
Come to find out, there are as many points as a soda.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my 3. I don't like the flavor.
I get you.
Number 2, I usually like this flavor for the most part. Not in Gatorade though. You remember the Gatorade All-Stars? The tiny ones, like the little 8 ounces. Mm-hmm. They had like strawberry, cherry strawberry or something like that. And then there was like another one was a grape, and I was not a grape guy.
Yeah,
and like the All-Star ones, people would love to bring those Gatorades. They're the perfect like size for like soccer parties.
Probably a good
and like
serving size in general, to be honest.
You don't need any more than that.
Yeah, just
honestly,
like that and like a big water for a game, and you'd probably be fine.
You're supposed to like put like a Gatorade in like 3-to-1 water situation, for like
crazy.
proper hydration. Which honestly, that was great. We had those. We had Gatorade at our volleyball games. Really? That was one of the greatest things ever. We had like we called it the Hulk, and it was this like 2 packets of like lemon lime and like 1 packet of like Blue Rush or something like that, Cool Blue. Mm-hmm. We called it the Hulk, and it turned to this green color. Oh my God, delicious! So good.
And it's full Gatorade. Like not like half watered.
No, it's half. It's all Gatorade, baby. Because we had a big jug of water right next to it, big jug of the Hulk Gatorade, and
People would drink that.
Oh yeah, on the bench. That's what we're taking shots of.
Yeah, you gotta get going over there.
Yeah, before every game, before every set, during every timeout, we'd all line up shots.
That's so fun. You gotta keep yourself into it.
Anytime there was a kill, you got a little celebration. You're taking shots over there. You're mopping.
You gotta do something.
You're mopping the bench, dude. I mean, you got to bring the hype somehow, and you got to keep it loose. Got to keep a couple shots going to the Hulk. You know,
throw up your 10 or 15 high fives.
Yeah. But the grape All-Star flavoring, dude, it ain't for me. And like you, in the number 2 slot, mine's the cucumber mint. Awful.
Number 1?
Yeah, that's my number 1.
Yeah,
awful.
Cucumber, mint, lime awful.
Awful.
They're just really bad. I don't know why people are making those flavors. There's other artificial flavors you can make. That wasn't the call.
I'm water all day, every day over that.
Yeah. Now I'm a big water guy. I'm a lemon water guy. That's what I treated myself to this weekend.
That's nice.
All right. But what a hell of a podcast, my friend. You got anything for the people?
Not this week. Let's wrap this one up, bud.
Yeah, we got some documentaries to watch. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this podcast with your friends. We're growing this thing. Start talking about it.
We ain't
Start
stopping
sharing
anytime soon, baby. We ain't going anywhere.
We're growing. Grow with us. We're in the cabbage. Just a reminder, keep singing. Singing. Swinging.